Thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to be reviewing the Feedback Sports Grip Whip bike cassette removal tool. One common bike maintenance task that everyone should be able to do at home is remove the cassette. It does require a few special tools to lock the cassette in place and undo the lock ring, but it's very simple. The Feedback Sports new Grip Whip is their solution to removing your cassette that uses a spring-loaded design that's more like a plier rather than a traditional chain whip. So it's a really simple design that's designed to make it easier and faster to use without getting your hands dirty. As far as packaging, you can see it's just a little cardboard backing with a couple zip ties to hold it in place. And then you can actually interact with the tool, even though it's zip tied on. As far as specs, this retails for $55, so a little bit more expensive than a more traditional chain whip. It's compatible with just about everything from 5 to 13 speed cassettes, including SRAM Transmission. And it is an ambidextrous design, so you can use it with your left hand or your right hand equally well. It is spring-loaded, which is one of the best features, so lets you use this with a single hand to open it, then lock it in place. And it's designed to have an opening that's large enough for everything from 10 to 24 tooth cogs. They also have a really cool feature here, which is this 8mm hex. This is designed to be an extension, so you can put a little Allen key here and then grab it from further away if you really have a stuck cassette. Now let's take a look at the weight of this tool. Obviously not going to be carrying it, but it has a nice hefty feel to it. It comes in at 336 grams. Visually, the Feedback Sports Grip Whip is an oversized plier that's been modified to grip cassettes. Instead of a traditional chain whip, which would just be a handle with a big piece of chain, this one actually has a two-piece design, so you have an outer plier and the inner one. And each one of these has 5 links of chain, so you can see on both sides, and that's what grips the actual cassette. So you put this around, and then these two sides will compress in. You can see you have nice, high quality material, really thick metal construction. So as with a lot of Feedback Sports products, they feel really premium. Nice spring-loaded plier design, and very easy to grab, so you just put your hand here. And they've actually designed it to be used with left or right-handed, so it really doesn't matter. You have this nice over-molded handle, so you can see a nice rubber texture to it, and very easy to grip with the red accents that matches the Feedback Sports products. You have their logo there, as well as Feedback Sports printed on one side and Grip Whip on the other. The other cool feature about this is you can see on the bottom you have that 8mm hex, and that means you can actually put a hex in here and extend the handle out. So if you have something really stubborn, they've actually designed that so that you can essentially increase your leverage by bringing this out further. It's a very cool detail, and it's nice that they thought of that. But otherwise, again, really feels nice and premium. It's about 12.25 inches long, so fairly long, but still easy enough to travel with and more compact. And again, the more advantage of this versus a chain whip is you can just put it on there, snap down, you're ready to go. You don't have to really work the chain on there. And you have more grip with this with the additional leverage. Now let's take a look at the tool in action. As you can see here, when you're removing a cassette, you have to rotate it in the same direction that it freewheels. So with the Grip Whip, you can take this, put it on your cassette, and then hold it in place as you rotate the lock ring off. With the design, you have a nice big ergonomic handle, and it's spring-loaded, so you can see it just holds itself. So really nice design. Works on just about any cassette and makes it a lot easier than a standard chain whip. You don't have to worry about touching the cassette or lining it up perfectly. This thing simply slides on, and it's ambidextrous, so you can use it on either hand. Once you have it loosened up, you can see the lock ring can simply rotate out, and it just takes a little bit of force to hold the cassette to take it completely out and slide the full cassette off. So it's a really good option, makes it a lot faster than a standard chain whip, and a lot cleaner as you don't really have to touch a cassette. And here you can see we're just removing that little protective ring. But if you ever want to get a deep clean on your cassette, swap your cassette or swap wheel set. It's really important to have a tool like this, and it's a lot more convenient than a chain whip. Now let's compare the Grip Whip with other tools on the market. What we have here is kind of a generic chain whip. So you can see one big chain that goes all the way down, and then a little piece of chain there. It's a very simple design, and almost every company offers one of these. The newer variation is obviously the plier variation. So even some companies have a vice grip design, while this one's more of a plier. It's pretty similar to the Park Tools variation, but this one's actually spring-loaded. And you have the cool features like the little extension here on the Feedback Sports. So you can see this one, you have to get it on the chain, wrap it around, and then wrap this all the way around, it could slip. These bits can break. You can see mine is already coming off here at the end. So it does require a little bit of maintenance over time, and you can see just wear and tear. The great thing about this grip whip is, again, it's just a lot more easy. So whether you're doing this job once or twice a week or even once a year, it makes it a lot easier. Just put it on there. No mess. You don't have to actually have to touch the chain like you do here. And instead you just put it on, keep your hand on there, and then rotate. Now let's go over the pros and cons for the Feedback Sports Grip Whip. What we like about it is that it's spring loaded, so you can use it as one hand. It's very easy to use. It grips on nice and tight and gives you a very secure handle on the cassette. You also have that extended handle design with a nice rubber grip, so very ergonomic and non-slip, and you can always extend it even more with the 8mm extension, which is a clever detail. The negative of this tool is that the fact that it does cost more than a standard chain whip, so it's about double the price, but still on par with Park Tools or other competitive similar plier designs. Taking everything into account, we'd give the tool a 9.7 out of 10. It really makes cassette removal easy, and it's a great alternative to a standard chain whip. Makes it very easy to use with one hand, and you can do it with no mess and without touching the cassette itself. Thanks for watching this review. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can get some more content from us on our website at thesweetcyclist.com, as well as follow us on Instagram at thesweetcyclist. This is The Sweet Cyclist reminding you to enjoy the ride.